Above Snakes is a work of fiction designed to evoke the feeling of being part of an alternate Wild West. A hypothetical setting, the depictions are not intended to represent any specific culture, geography, or even time period. Above Snakes uses flashing lights, a screen shake, and smooth camera movement. Please visit the game settings. We'll move on. Corpse Creek, 1883, a small town in the west of this beautiful country. It was a peaceful evening. But suddenly, the darkness of the midnight sky was interrupted by a brilliant green light. The anomaly was followed by a flurry of stones, a flame that fell upon the ground. Folks stormed from their homes, dazed by the sky illuminated up above. It didn't take long for the first of the meteors to reach the earth with a massive bang. Those who survived took their loved ones to the graveyard of Corpse Creek. As the bodies lay freshly buried, and the local preacher, Noah, gave his last blessing, the ground rumbled. A hand burst from one of the graves, reaching towards the sky. While folks were quick to pull their firearms free, they were unable to fight the loved ones they only just buried. But they would soon discover that those that had arisen were no longer human. You have been traveling these lands for a while now. During this night, you were staying for a night at a small lumberjack settlement called Hunter's Rest. The next morning, you awake. It looks like we can play with controller or with keyboard. We're going to try controller. Thanks for joining me. We are playing Above Snakes Prologue. Anya? I think that's how you pronounce her. Are you awake? At least it's warm and dry here. This is perhaps the only place now in Hunter's Rest where that is the case. Folks can read, might pay a decent price for it. And an old candle holder, past its prime time, can be sold to merchants. Oh, goodness. Camera controls. Oh my, oh my. Oh? What are we to do with that horror that came over us? Ask her how you can help. Is there anything I can do to help? She wipes the tears from her eyes. Actually, yes, the whole town is in ruins, so we can use all the help we can get. We would need logs to rebuild, even though we have that sawmill over there. I doubt whether we have enough logs to rebuild these houses. What did she see? The whole house shook last night. Did you go outside and see anything? When I felt the rumble, I jumped out of bed and ran outside. I saw the skies crack open, and suddenly these black and green stones came hailing down. That's when I ran into the house where you stayed, trying to find shelter. To get some logs, I need to chop some trees with an axe. Do you have an axe I can borrow? I've been searching for my axe, but I can't find it among these ruins. Perhaps you can make yourself a strong axe? There's plenty of materials around here to craft one. It looks like these people need my help. Joanne said I need an axe to help chop down some trees. Let's see what's around here to craft an axe. Gather sticks. Alright. I hold button down. Okay. I don't know which I like better. Let's try keyboard for a minute. Okay. With this axe, I can take down trees to get lumber. What you were at? Do I equip it? There we go. Rocks are another useful resource for building. I can make a pickaxe and smash some rocks around. Right. I can't. Why are we hunched over like that? Goodness. Alright, time to get started, wouldn't you say? The sawmill was only set up to saw lumber, plus it's unusable in its current state anyway. So we'll have to build a log cabin instead of a plank one. But first, oh my, how can I forget? Before we can build a new house, we need to take down the old one. My mind really is mush these days. If you craft a hammer, you can use it to tear down my old ruined house to free up some space. And later you can address the house if you need to. If I craft a hammer, I can adjust my buildings and tear down Joanne's old house. Wrecking Scott, get plant fiber. Another twig, alright. More plant fibers somewhere. Am I not worried at all about the dead body that's right there, or I'm chill with it? Adjusting structures. Use the hammer to alter pre-existing buildings or ones you've built yourself. Alright. Oop, sorry. Didn't hold that long enough. Alright. What about this one? To start building, I need to make a workbench. Some plants around here should help me get the plant fibers I... Just realized, so at the bottom right, we've got thirst, hunger, Insanity, maybe? And fatigue. R, so rotate. Question. Put it. Okay. I cleaned up the mess that the meteors created. Time to build a new home for Joanne. There's more lumber at the old sawmill. Alright. Alright. Door. No. Oh. Her run is very distracting to me. It's got a bit of the caveman run to it, and I'm not. Four, five, six. Make another window. Let's fabulous. Alright. It doesn't look like there's a time of day, just fatigue. Not that I see anyway. Yeah, the walk she's got is seriously bothering me. I know it shouldn't matter, but oh, oh, oops! I crafted the wrong thing. Well, I have a plant. See how this is set. E. Oops, that tree just pop up? Did I? Oh, E and Q to rotate. Okay. Wow, look at that home. Great work. There's something else that requires our immediate attention, though. I just realized that that person lying over there is still breathing. He inhaled the smoke of the meteors last night and fainted. Later, some debris seemed to have wounded him. When I found him this morning, I checked on him and was certain that he was not breathing anymore. But maybe there's still hope for him? Do you know what to do? Sure. I know what to do. Bandages will stop the bleeding. Right, we need to get some bandages. Maybe there's still some left in the clutter in the old sawmill. Seriously? There's a wounded person lying in Hunter's Rest. He still seems to be alive. I used to search for some bandages and trying to help him. We walked over his body, his corpse, a dozen times, and we waited this long to help him? We are horrible people. Hey there, how'd you sleep? Sleep well. I didn't sleep well last night. How about you? I couldn't stop turning either. Green flashes before my eyes. And that horrible rumbling in the sky. And have you seen this place? It's ruined. Used to be so cozy in here with everyone. Somebody might pay a decent... Why did you... What? We have a bandage. Candle holder. Oh no. He turned into one of those things! Be careful, they are extremely aggressive. Performing dodge rolls. That poor guy. I think the people who inhaled the smoke of the meteors are turning into those monstrosities. It's so horrible. You look pale. Are you okay? You're okay. I'm okay, just a little hungry from all that work and fighting. We should find some food around. The surroundings of Hunter's Rest always have berry bushes, plenty as well. Why don't you use this map and search for some berries to snack? He hands over a map. Hard work and fighting has made me hungry. I should go and find some berry bushes and eat a bite. Creating world pieces. To create a world piece. The world above snakes consists of world pieces. Each piece has its own biome and contains various resources. Some world pieces are unique, while others can appear multiple times. A new world piece is ready. This is interesting. To create more world pieces, you need to scout your surroundings first. Your scouting progress is shown at the bottom of the screen. Note you can stack up scouting up to 3 world pieces, but scouting takes longer the more pieces you hold. Don't starve. We won't starve. So far, nothing really to see. And then we'll gather more huckleberries. I'm deeply sorry. I had to leave all of a sudden. The Frontier sent a carriage to pick up survivors. The least I can do is leave the cabin to you. You built it, after all. They said the plague began spreading from Corpse Creek. They reported meteors falling down there, too. Horrible. Some people survived, but most of them fled. If you can talk to them, maybe that will bring some light to the dark. Sincerely, Joanne. Should you just up and left me? There must be people who survived the plague in Corpse Creek. I've heard that there's a camp nearby. To get more information about what happened, I need to see if there are any survivors. Hunter's Rest is left behind by all the survivors. Hunter's Rest is left behind by all of the survivors. The remaining houses offer valuable resources for survival. Use the hammer and take down the remaining 2 buildings to make this place your own. Congratulations on making your first shelter in Hunter's Rest. You can keep it and use it for your survival, or take it down and build it up anywhere else. This is completely up to you. This land is full of mysteries to explore, but before I can go exploring, I need to make a cartography table to work on my map. Lumber and ink. And rocks. Okay. I'm gonna want to make a bed soon. Joanne couldn't even wait and be like, okay, let's see if she comes back. Exploring and interacting makes you fatigue over time. Make sure you get some rest by standing by the fire or, even better, getting sleep. You can craft beds in which you can sleep during nighttime, which restores your health and fatigue. Be careful. If you don't get sleep, you will suffer from sleep deprivation. Oh, not what I meant to make. Oh, oh, did I not pick up the plant fibers? Not. I can't get in. That's a problem, isn't it? Alright, Okay. Okay. I can't do that. Need ink. I don't know how to make ink. Hmm. Works. But I don't. Alright. Crafting. Craft. Ink. Huckleberry. Okay. Put it on this side, as I'll probably expand out this way, right? During your journey, you will come across different biomes. You can place these biomes whenever you want on the map, but you need to make sure to create transitions between them. The biome on the edge of each world needs to match the surrounding world pieces. Think about that when you're placing a new world piece. Maybe I could just, oh, I could just hold down. Never mind. It's actually more beneficial too if you just hold down. My bad. To expand my shelter, I should search nearby forests for more resources. No, one of the things we need, honey. Oh, it's a bee. Okay, we got beeswax, which I know was something that we needed to make fire, I think. Oh, we need one more. Plant fiber. Oh, there's a dude over there. Oh, he spits. That portion. Oh, it hurts our sanity to loot the bodies. Wonder what fixes our sanity. It has become dusk. That means that the night is close. If you're not willing to fight all kinds of dangers in the wild, you should return to your shelter or build one. It's also wise to leave a light source and enough logs to fuel it before the night falls. Okay. Going back, we're going back. If I upgrade my workbench, I'll be able to build more complex things. Every workbench level requires certain resources for upgrading. Upgrade it. I feel thirsty. Must be some near lakes. Okay. Box. Oh. What I need. More. Alright, so good news is sleep restores the sanity as well. I was afraid it was gonna be like some kind of thing we would have to do. Right. What is this? Got it. Okay. I was thinking I had to cook it or something. Cook a berry bowl. I am happily surprised and appreciative. Doesn't look like our tools have a health meter that we have to worry about. Did it do it? Night falls fast. Oh, you can fortifies your... Okay. Beds are softer. Arch. Dresser. Storage chest, rocking chair. Clutching, not available. Right? Right, I'm back. I'm not sure if this is gonna be part 2, or if this is all gonna be one episode. I had to leave, and I'm not sure how much is left of the prologue, so... Oh. There's a cooldown on when you can get lake water? Oh, there's multiple spots. Okay, that makes me feel better. I was like, what? Up with me on. Hungry. Food. Made me thirsty, but it filled my tummy. Let's go see the survivors camp. Sam Brown. Good day, stranger. How did you find us out here in this nirvana? Me and my brother Greg have been here for days. We can't go home. What happened to you? Well, we used to live in Corpse Creek before the Night of the Flames. During our escape, we lost most of our provisions. Tell me more about Corpse Creek. Corpse Creek is a big town, and it once was the heart of our country. Lots of people used to live there before that night.
Since those horrible things happened, Corpse Creek is almost abandoned. We used to live there before everything changed. You lose your provisions. We lost most of our things in a nearby prairie when our wagon was toppled in an attack by, well, let's say one of our own. But whom did you get attacked? By whom? Well, let's not talk about that for now. It was not an easy moment for us. We are lucky to still be alive. This fire and handful of provisions are all that stand between us and the grave. Maybe it's too much to ask, but we are afraid of going back there. Do you think you can get our provisions back? Oh, thank you so much. We'll be here waiting your return. I promised to help Sam and Greg by retrieving their lost provisions from the prairie. Being weird. It won't... Alright, where I gotta stand? I don't want to particularly steal from them. I mean, that probably doesn't matter, but... But I would know. Poor guys are just trying to do their thing. Can I place it? I don't know, it's acting weird. No, I gotta place, can't place. Okay. Lint. Alright, that's not. I want that. Lint. That would let me place the... this way. Let's go to sleep. Alright, doing alright. So, gotta get another map piece. Uh-oh. I mess up. Might have messed. So, map close. Another day of collecting supplies, I guess. Because I goofed. I goofed. Slightly curious as to why we don't actually have like a weapon. It's usually pretty common in these kind of survival games that you get like a weapon, but ooh, what? Hint. I do. Huh? Like a pie? Roll. There we go. Poor thing must have died when the wagon toppled. Oh, it tore his head off. Don't need to keep clicking. Oh, well, that's fucking. These are provisions of the survivors' last. I should return. Go back. So we have there we go. Doesn't really fill me up much though. Go to sleep. Water really quick. Healthy, you are lacking nothing. You feel well at the moment. Thank heavens, this should be enough to keep us going for another couple of months, at least. Hope we can go home to Corpse Creek someday. We own the trading... thank heavens, that should be enough to keep us going for another couple of months. At least I hope we can go home to Corpse Creek someday. We own the trading post out there, but I can't imagine what state it's in right now. Thank you for retrieving those provisions. They're a real lifesaver after what happened to us in that prairie. No problem. I'm just trying to help No problem. I'm trying to help after everything that happened to the poor people of my old hometown. God, I miss her. Sorry, I'm drifting away. Who do you miss? Maybe best not to dwell in sadness on events in the past. Anyway, we were able to bring our tents, but they got all ripped up, you see. Would you do us another favor? We need to patch them holes in the tents. Of course I can help you. What do we need? Do you happen to have any spare fabric for us? If you don't have any fabric, maybe you can find some cotton and make some. But we need to make a cannery. Wouldn't take twigs and plants. Alright. My God, finally a night's sleep without rain or wind on my face. Thank you, young savior. Here, you've earned a little something. This is the one and only Brown's Miracle Tonic. Patent is pending. It fixes just about all health problems you might have. Just, don't drink too much of it, you hear? Thank you. Oh, no worries, and thank you for the help. Do you need any other, help? Well, you did so much already, but did my brother Sam tell you how we got in this mess? Our mother, Tara, was with us during the escape, but she started acting all odd and such. Then she jumped at us, crashing the wagon. Will you keep a lookout for her? Her name is Mrs. Tara Brown. Sure, I'll keep a lookout for your mother. Thank you very much. I hope she's all right. Oh, and that is the end of the prologue. Alright, thank you guys so much for keeping me company. I will be back soon with something else. I am actually I'm going to keep an eye out for this game. I'm really enjoying it. So, we'll keep apprised and see what happens.